Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being here. My name is Tim Latimer. I'm the administrator for the county's Office of Community Sustainability, and it's my honor to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for this event today. First, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our county executive, Dr. Calvin Ball.
Thank you so much, Tim. Good morning and welcome to East Columbia's campus. Since becoming your county executive in December of 2018, we made it a mission to take bold climate action and pursue energy independence. This work is vital not only to protect our natural world, the world that we love, but also to make our community more prosperous and resilient. One of our steps toward that vision was executing the largest solar power purchase agreement, or PPA, in the entire state in 2020. The solar panels above represent the most recent of 18 projects that we have completed under that PPA. Operational since January of this year, we anticipate that it will generate more than 1.3 million kilowatt hours of electricity each year. That clean energy from this canopy alone reduces climate pollutants equivalent to taking approximately 208 cars off the road or planting nearly 15,000 trees. Beneath the canopy, we have planted a rich variety of native species, a key element of this project. Our team carefully selected which species to plant so that we can maximize our pollinator habitat value and the visual appeal throughout the seasons. This will also provide erosion control at the solar canopy drip lines and inform plantings under future solar canopies. Our 2020 solar PPA is now 97% complete. It's already generating more than 32 million kilowatt hours of electricity annually, which represents more than half of the electricity consumed by all Howard County government facilities. That is the equivalent of taking more than 4,500 cars off the roads or planting more than 323,000 trees. At a time when so many of us are coping with the ever-increasing energy costs, I'm especially pleased that the clean energy we'll receive under our existing solar PPA will save Howard County about $30 million during the 25-year life of the agreement. Our deployment of clean energy in tandem with our energy efficiency programs, transportation improvements, tree plantings, and nature-based climate solutions are keys to achieving the bold goals that we set 2 years ago when we launched our Howard County Climate Forward, Climate Action and Resiliency Plan. As we reported last fall, we have reduced Howard County's greenhouse gas emissions by roughly 23% compared to 2005. This is more than a third of the way toward our ambitious goal of a 60% reduction by 2030. However, we can't do it alone. We must embark on a whole-of-community approach where other major institutions, the private sector, and our residents join us in this quest for climate resilient and an energy-independent Howard County. I'm glad to be here with my colleagues, visionary leaders from Howard Community College and the Howard County Public School System as we develop our second PPA to improve our energy efficiency even further. This PPA will encompass a variety of projects to expand clean solar energy across our collective campuses at no upfront cost to county taxpayers. At a time when we estimate that these new solar projects will create more green job opportunities, and advance us closer to our climate goals for 2030 and beyond, we continue to lead our state, our nation, and our world. Further, today we will sign a memorandum of understanding to pursue additional collaboration on multiple dimensions of climate and sustainability work. This includes a variety of clean energy and clean efficiency efforts, such as clean transportation, waste reduction, nature-based climate solutions and ecosystem services, infrastructure and heat resiliency, water resources, and education and community engagement. Signing this MOU is an extraordinary public collaboration happening at a time when public institutions are under increasing stress around our nation. Dr. Willis and Superintendent Barnes, I'm so appreciative of your vision and our powerful partnership. Working together, I know that we will make Howard County not only the leader in environment and in energy independence, but also a shining example of institutional collaboration toward our shared aspirations. I look forward to our continued partnership, making Howard County more prosperous, more resilient, and more sustainable. Together, let us continue to move Howard County forward on climate and continue to make it the very best place to live, work, play, grow, and thrive for all current and future generations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ball. And now would you please join me in welcoming the President of Howard Community College, Dr. Daria Willis.
Good morning, and thank you so much for being here today. Before I begin, I want to recognize one of our amazing trustees, Trustee Russell Frisbee. Please stand to be recognized by the crowd. We could not do half of what we do at HCC without the wonderful support of our trustees. HCC emphasizes balancing social, environmental, and economic concerns to ensure the preservation of Earth's resources. We are following Dr. Ball and the county's lead in our commitment to environmental protection. Our health sciences and mathematics facilities have obtained LEED certification, and we expect the same for our forthcoming Trade Center, which will open next fall. Our Campus Green Committee, comprised of students, faculty, and staff, are the stewards of our participation in the American College and University President's Climate Commitment, pledging to achieve climate neutrality by 2050. We prioritize recycling, composting, and environmental preservation in our proximity to waterways and green habitats, all while opening our borders to corporate and civic partners who use the campus as a platform for their green programs and initiatives. And of course, in partnership with our friends at CI Renewables, our solar paneling program is reducing our reliance on traditional energy sources to power operations across our teaching and learning functions. Credit goes to people like Mike Pop, Wendell Epps, Tiffany Ricks, and our recently retired Bob Marietta, whom everyone knows in the county, for all of their hard work in these areas. We are grateful for our partnership with the county and our shared commitment to a healthy and sustainable future for all residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Willis. And now would you please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Superintendent of the Howard County Public School System, Mr. William J. Barnes.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to be part of today's announcement and celebration. First time I met Tim Latimer was in this parking lot as we were celebrating Roving Radish, and he laid out a vision for this day, so it's fitting that we're in this parking lot together again. You know, I've learned in my short time as superintendent that our county functions much better when people come together on behalf of the common interests of those we serve. Today, 3 of the county's largest entities come together to celebrate a collaborative effort to enhance clean energy production at lower cost for Howard County residents. I appreciate that the close and effective collaboration between the school system through myself and the Board of Education, the county government through Dr. Calvin Ball's leadership, and through with Howard Community College through President Dr. Willis's leadership. I'm proud that that's become a norm in our community, and I appreciate being part of this team. I'm also pleased that the Howard County Public School System is key to this venture. As we build and renovate schools in our district, we are constantly looking for ways to reduce energy costs and implement clean solutions. In fact, we have one of the state's only net zero schools over at Wild Lake Middle School, which generates as much energy as it consumes. To leverage the space and real estate, such as rooftops of our school buildings, to house solar panels that benefit Howard County is a no-brainer. And further, as a longtime educator, and as we've learned at Wild Lake Middle School, this is an awesome opportunity for our students to learn about clean energy solutions and witness solar energy being generated at their schools. Once again, thank you, County Executive Ball, President Willis, and Director of the Maryland Energy Administration, Paul Pinsky, for your collective efforts that have led to today's announcement. Thank you.
But wait, there's more. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium a member of the Howard County Public School System Board of Trustees, Ms. Jennifer Swickard Mallow.
Don't worry, I'll be brief. So I want to begin by thanking County Executive Calvin Ball, Dr. Willis, Mr. Barnes, Maryland Energy Administrative Secretary Paul Pinsky, and Tim Latimer from the Howard County Office of Sustainability for collaborating on this solar project that will benefit the residents of Howard County and the environment. Howard County Public School System teaches lessons on climate change, the environment, sustainability, from early childhood education through high school. We just can't teach environmentalism. We have to practice what we preach. This joint venture moves us closer to aligning our operations with our values. And on behalf of the Board of Education, I can say that we are pleased to be a part of this collaboration for joint ventures for solar panels. And thank you to all who made this possible and made it happen.
And next, I have the honor and privilege of introducing the Director of the Maryland Energy Administration, Mr. Paul Pinsky. Thank you.
Good morning, and on behalf of the Moore Miller administration, I want to bring congratulations on the MOU between all the stakeholders, as well as the Climate Forward Plan, which we think creates a vision, and we need more vision across the state, and Howard County can be a leader in that. The mission of the Energy Administration is to promote clean, affordable, and reliable energy. And the two guideposts of 100% clean energy, which the governor has enunciated and promoted, and the 60% reduction of greenhouse gases in the Climate Solutions Now Act, which I had a part in playing, which thankfully, all of these continue in spite of what's happening at the federal level and the reconciliation bill, the big ugly bill. Which cut tax credits, which was meant to stop and hold back these kind of efforts that we see. Now, we've been a partner, albeit a junior partner, with a lot of the efforts in Howard County. We're proud to have funded or helped fund a number of these projects. The solar projects, one we're under here at the library, also the East Ullman building, and it's important for parking lot solar arrays, obviously create the energy, having charging stations for automobiles, to make it more receptive to buy EVs, and also to cool the land underneath it. We've also contributed to the fleet of automobiles to transfer and move to electric vehicles. And as was mentioned, the Wild Lake, I think we gave over $2+ million to make it a net carbon net neutral school. Now, there are 4 of them in the state. 1 here, 3 in Baltimore. 4 are under construction, 1 in Baltimore County, 3 or 3+ in Prince George's County, and 1 is planned outside of the Baltimore-Washington corridor, Fruitland, outside of Salisbury. And that's very important because we have to make inroads in the rural parts of the state where people can see this at work. And as the superintendent said, it becomes an educational experience. You know, that the students themselves have it integrated into their science curriculum, and they learn about it. And if a PTA meeting is held at those schools and they take a tour, the parents start to understand it. And we need to explain and expand that understanding across the whole state. Now, just in the last 2 weeks, the Energy Administration has publicized and released a new program called LGEM. Local Government Energy Modernization, $64 million. And we've done it in spite of what's happening at the federal level. And on this program, and it's sort of a one-time influx of large money, we are asking local jurisdictions to have some skin in the game, but it's very modest. Larger counties, 10%, smaller counties, 5%. But for Howard County, they have the potential to get $3 million or more of this program with only a 10% buy-in. Given that situation where the Energy Administration, the Maryland government, is underwriting most of the cost, we hope no money is left on the table. And MACO is coming up this week. We're going to publicize it. So we're excited about today. And let me say this. Howard County should brag. They should talk about what they're doing and their story as being a leader. And for 2 motivations. 1, clean energy and reducing greenhouse gas, but in saving money. Now, one message might resound better with one community, and the other message might be received better in another community. There are some of our sisters and brothers that don't quite understand the fight against climate change, but they do understand saving money. And if they can save energy costs and reduce the pressure on raising taxes, we can get solar across the state, even in the more rural areas and more conservative areas. So again, your vision, your proactive approach is more than admirable. It's more than admirable, and it should be replicated across Maryland. We're proud to be a partner. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Pinsky. Next, please join me in welcoming the Executive Director of the Maryland Clean Energy Center, Ms. Catherine Magruder.
Good morning. The Maryland Clean Energy Center was created as a statewide green bank with a mission to advance the adoption of energy-related climate mitigation and adaptation solutions. MCEC works with communities, institutions, businesses, and homeowners, providing technical and procurement support and to access advantageous financing for project development, construction, and operation. I am so grateful to be among those today who are recognizing the deliberate intention of Howard County to take a whole community, whole government approach to making strategic investments to deploy a combination of solutions which will reduce and control energy costs, generate localized employment opportunities, and at the same time contribute toward greenhouse gas reduction goals. This is idea to implementation at its best. I applaud the leadership and drive demonstrated by Howard County Public Schools, and Howard County Community College for taking this course of action in your jurisdiction. Kudos to County Executive Ball, President Willis, and Superintendent Barnes, and all of the team that have done the work here. This initiative is a great example to follow. I would also like to take a moment to recognize Tim Latimer and Leah Miller in the Office of Community Sustainability. These are the guys in the trenches. Howard County is fortunate to have professionals like them who are always looking for ways and means to deliver meaningful outcomes, and I appreciate your devotion to the work. The recent termination of $7 billion of federal grants for solar energy by the Trump administration cost Maryland $62 million in related investment. Despite this resistance from climate disbelievers, today the message I want to leave with you is that we, as individual citizens of the planet, must, for many tomorrows, continue to strive for sustainability, endeavor to reduce the impact of emissions from fossil fuel energy sources, and work together to build a thriving economy for communities of the future. And I know Director Pinsky at MEA would agree with that. Thank you, and please keep up the good work.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Doing okay? We do have water in the back. Anybody who needs some water, we got some cans of water back there for you. Couple of more folks. Next, would you please join me in welcoming Mr. Robin Dutta, the Executive Director of the Chesapeake Solar and Storage Association.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Robin Dutta. The Chesapeake Solar and Storage Association is a solar and storage trade association. We've been around since 1984 and have gotten to see and experience the robust and determined and consistent commitments to solar and climate in those 41 plus years now. It takes that long sometimes to build the ecosystem and to build the environment where projects like this and agreements like this can happen. It takes a lot of teamwork, it takes a lot of sweat equity, and especially in the summer, there's a lot of sweat equity needed, but this is where we can cool a little bit and when we're outside. It takes that commitment where now children can begin their education in solar-powered schools, where parking canopies are just what they are. They're commonplace. And that's what I love to have the opportunity, to not talk about what solar can do and what solar and storage could do in the future, but instead what solar is doing today and what counties, what leadership is already showing for what is happening today. So to see how much has been built in Howard County from the first PPA, it's awe-inspiring, and absolutely you should brag and brag a lot, and we want to help you do that too. But also with the second MOU and the second PPA, I'm going to say build fast. That tax credit's not going to be around for all that much longer, and it's certainly gotten more difficult. But it can get over the good work, can get over the hump with good teamwork and with the kind of policies that Maryland at the state level has been progressing and the kind of partnership that Howard County has been doing. I hope I'll get a chance to speak in other counties, but I'll say I did it first in Howard County. Thank you all very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Robin. Next, would you please join me in welcoming Ms. Lynn Heller, the founder and chief executive officer of the Climate Access Fund.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I will say, I don't know if I'm the last speaker, but one of the advantages of being towards the last, you can see all the bugs that have been crawling up people's jackets. So please motion to me if I have a bug crawling up my jacket. I am Lynn Heller, the CEO of the Climate Access Fund. I am honored to be here. This is really, thank you for including me. This is a tremendous project. It's a wonderful initiative. The Climate Access Fund is a nonprofit green bank that operates statewide in partnership with the Maryland Clean Energy Center and a number of other folks in the audience. We focus specifically on developing and financing community solar projects that benefit low-income households and communities. So imagine this solar canopy. How big is this canopy? What's the capacity? Do we know? Is it 600 kW? Is it? Okay. Well, we don't know how many kilowatts, but imagine if all of this power went into the grid and low-income, 100, let's guess maybe 200 low-income households could sign up and get a 25% discount on their electricity bills. That's what we finance. That is not to say that it is not incredibly important for counties to reduce their electricity costs. I ask you all to remember lower-income households and communities as well, because as energy costs keep rising, those communities and residents of our state are going to be most impacted. That is the community that we focus on in our financing of solar projects, and I want to highlight an initiative of Howard County's within the context of this incredible vision that Tim Latimer's office and Leah Miller at the Office of Sustainability have been working on, and I have had the pleasure of working with them in the pre-development phase. And I have been extraordinarily impressed with the innovation, the thinking outside the box, the maximization of benefits going to low-income households and residents in Howard County. This is a 4 megawatt. That may mean something to some of you and not to others, but this is a large, it's 4 projects, 3 on parking canopies like this, 1 on a landfill, and it totals 4 megawatts. All of that power, 100% of that power will go into the grid, and low-income residents of Howard County will sign up and they will get at least a 25% discount on their electricity bills. This is not an easy project to finance, and it requires innovative, creative thinking and financing strategies, and they have done that. And to me, that is extraordinarily impressive for a county government that is used to working with grants and with sort of in a traditional way. This is a new way of looking at solar finance and really community development finance. So I really want to applaud, if we could do a round of applause, the county executive, the leadership of Tim Latimer, Leah Miller, and her whole team. It's really wonderful. And just, again, congratulations. This is quite an achievement. This kind of public-private partnership, community-based focus and local initiative is needed all the more now in the face of really aggressive dwindling of support from the federal government, and this is how it's going to happen. It's not going to be killed. We're all going to keep going with clean energy because that's the way the world's going, but it's going to be more challenging, and this is where it's going to happen. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lynn. And I would just say for Howard County, when it comes to climate and sustainability action, we can't stop and we won't stop. So before we move on to the signing of this memorandum of understanding, as I invite our principals to proceed over to the table, I would also invite our speakers maybe to come and join behind them for the photos as they sign. And as we do that also, I just want to recognize, I think we have a couple of electeds here with us. We have District 3 Council Member Christiana Rigby. We also have District 13 Delegate Pam Gazzone. Here on behalf of Congresswoman Sarah Elfreth, we have Kira Mahoney. And do we have Jessica? And okay, so for Senator Angela Alsobrooks, we have Jessica Cook and Elliot Koch. So any other electeds that I've missed? Great. Thank you.